one.
Trust a jungler to focus on who picks up the Baron.
You're watching the team fight down bottom, quick shot, but meanwhile, the Akali is teleported back to base. Behind you,
Canyon and Damwon pulled the sickest bait and bait and switch ever, because it looked like Invictus were going to go in and get that objective, and just seeing it around the back, the teleport comes in. It was a lot of fun to watch, and it was very impressive from the Damwon side. Again, not choking under the pressure, not worrying. They knew how to respond to Nuguri being put down, and Canyon was everywhere he needed to be.
Yeah, I think that was absolutely insane performance here. Honestly, Invictus Gaming, highlight Ning. We talked about it again a couple of times. With this lineup, you have to be incredibly careful for those small openings, and some of the trades, especially that tower dive, give them the opening that they want.
There's a discussion I'm going to bring up in the next game, but Damwon are one win away from placing first in the group. And the question I'm going to ask you at home and Kobe in the next game is, do we welcome back our Korean overlords? Let's find out a little bit more on the State Farm Analyst Desk.
Thank you very much. Well, we are also going to talk about that, but can I first just say, that was just so much fun to watch. Oh my gosh.
That's just the type of game you come here for, honestly. Like, when IG versus Damwon go, I just want to see the action, and thankfully we got that.
You love to see the stars battling it out, too. It felt like it was so much about Showmaker and the Shy and these incredible performances on opposite sides of the map.
Yeah, definitely felt a lot like an ego battle at a certain time.
Yes, that's a great point.
It was awesome, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you brought it up, because of course in the top lane it was a bit of an ego battle. There have been shots fired by the Shy to Nagari as well. This time it was Vlad versus Jace. And I'm going to tell you actually a little fun fact.
Yeah?
The Shy gave an interview when he said, when I play solo queue against Nagari, or when I watch him, he always has 300 gold, and I have to admit that I think Klepto might be the way to go on Jace.
Yeah. Take a little bit from him. That's why he tried to take a little bit from him in this dive right here, but this is the most heartbreaking moment. You think you got the clean getaway, and get off of me!
The coolest thing about watching the Shy, for me, is how almost recklessly, how aggressively he plays, and that's how he creates these incredible advantages. We were talking so much about this, and you don't get to get 3, 4, 5,000 gold ahead of your opponents if you're playing with full respect to the jungler, if you're always playing defensive and trying to play the 100% play. He's willing to take these skill checks and to assume that he's going to make it out on top every time.
Yeah, and even just today, like just from the last 2 games, I was just saying, like, wow, like, he's getting so ahead of Jace, just both games, but he did not play perfect. Like that situation that we just saw there cost his team a lot, and he definitely could have done more, but stellar performance, I must say.
Yeah, fantastic. But you said it, they didn't win the game, and maybe sometimes these over forces, you can't give those moments to teams like Damwon. And I think we are starting to see the true might of Damwon, especially in this game. We're going to take a look at some replays where they really take over, and they are starting to look very... Okay, wait.
Look.
First, let's talk about this Baron.
We'll talk about this first.
This was
because
a bit of a clump fiesta.
IG should have got it. They pushed them off completely. In fact, this was when the support barrel here got a lot of HP taken off of them. And then I was pretty confident about this one, and yeah, look at this.
IG honestly just lost track of the fact that Akali had gone back to base, can come back in, and it was all about the coordination here, to me, from Canyon and Showmaker. They know the Baron is down pretty low. They have a pink ward over the side, and they have Nagari and Nuclear drawing attention, and then Showmaker and Canyon just go in, and from about 2,200 health, they burst down the Baron.
Yeah, it's just such a split-second decision that you have to make that call and burst the Baron, and it's not easy for IG to just go and finish Baron because the Lee Sin is there, and you're basically taking a 50-50. It's not an easy Baron finish.
No, it isn't, and it looked like it would be a big mess, but somehow Damwon makes the right decisions when it counted.
That's what's impressive about, the new age Korean team. They come in, and when they get forced into team fight situations, they come in big and come in clutch. So 2 team fights in a row that you get to see here. Of course, you just look objectively in that situation. Nice kick from Canyon, and then just to finish off from the Vladimir. It's nice to see from Damwon that in team fights, they come in big. That being said, I'm a little bit disappointed, and specifically, I would say, Invictus Gaming here. Really early on, I know we kind of jumped straight into the later portions of the game, but when they tried to isolate the top lane matchup and get Jace ahead, Ning took a lot of risks. 2 times in a row, he actually died for those risks. So diving on tower and eventually giving 3 kills to the Akali right from the get-go. And then when they went back top lane, he decided to 1v1 the Gragas, or at least this was a game ago. But this is just mistakes that are happening here from Ning in particular.
Yeah, like the last fight that we just saw, I wasn't really sure if IG was being overconfident or just tilted because they were literally running out of So yeah, we'll see how they play next game.
We will see. The Oppo player of the game was Showmaker, and that is impressive if you know that in the first kind of 10 minutes of the game, you think the Shy is going to absolutely run away with this, but you have a superstar on the other end.
And this is kind of that play that you were talking about, Raz, in the early stages, where we see Ning diving back in, and IG then trying to stay around to actually support him, trying to see if they can do anything. If you had just retreated as a 3-man squad, Showmaker should not be able to get any of these kills, but he capitalized, he punished IG the maximum for every little mistake, and that is why he is very deserving of player of the game.
Exactly, and of course we already saw the great replay of the Baron steal. A lot of that is him in coordination with Canyon to make the play happen. So just a great game from Showmaker. I think it was much needed with how the tournament has been going.
So let's talk about the conversation that Trevor brought up there. Of course, 2 LCK seeds already in the #1 spot. Now, if Dom1 wins that next one, they will have that #1 spot as well. How scary are they starting to?
They did play well once they got their, you know, the pieces fell into place, but they were really getting pressured early.
Yeah.
And it honestly was about Ning just hinting for his team the whole early in top lane, and Akali getting 3 kills and getting that gunplay super early that made it hard for IG. I feel like they just played a consistent game like they were doing. They were winning mid and top way too hard.
And looking at the LCK as a whole, I just think it's too early to call, right? I want to see how do they perform coming into these quarterfinals, how do they perform going deep in the tournament, because that is the level that we expect. When we talk about the Korean overlords in League of Legends, this is them winning every single final for years and years and years, and getting into the quarterfinals is great, but it's not there yet.
It's not there yet. I do love that we're seeing kind of different looks coming out of the LCK, and they are proving that you don't always have to win like SKT won their previous championships. And I think Dom1 is a great example of that. But that also means that sometimes it looks a bit messier, as you say, and you have to rely sometimes on the other team giving you something. But I do think that in general they bounce back well from a deficit, and that's something to commend them for.
Yeah, I mean, and they're also playing IG, right? Which is namely the best solo laners in the world. So you never know. When they play against a different team, we'll see maybe a different beast.
Yeah, hard to call it a 5.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they were able to claw themselves through that team fight says a lot about the team ability to adapt on the fly in the game, so already pretty promising.
There we go. When we return, Dom1 look to secure that first seed as they go up against AHQ. And later tonight in Game 6, we'll have a direct elimination game as Invictus Gaming and Team Liquid go head-to-head. The winner goes to quarterfinals. The loser is out of Worlds 2019.
The Shy goes in hammer form, 250 HP, transfusion used, ignite, burn down, flash away, one more auto!
Get that extra information from the passive top side. He goes in.
Oh, the Hemoplate's coming out, the heal's gonna be so important! Oh, the hammer down! Finally gets one, but Showmaker gets an instant reply. Now the Shy gets blown up by Showmaker, who is putting on a show. Rookie has no mana. Ning's going forward, gets the unburrow, the shockwave finds the kill. Put the hammer down, you can't touch this from the Shy. Nuguri's pushing for the fight as well. The Prince of Metal Jackie Love, down1 gets the barrel. Nuguri goes down, but at what cost? Canyon continues the fight. Take a look at Showmaker, he's rejoined. Canyon finds the Shy, that's an easy kill. And Canyon's GA gets popped, barrel goes in with the E. Nuclear sidesteps everything. Down1, mounted Victus.
Zoom into imagination.
welcome back to Worlds 2019. Today we're closing out the Worlds group stage, and the fans have made this an amazing experience. Here we're watching them through the lens of the Oppo mobile cam with anti-shake technology to capture the best moments from Worlds 2019. Thank you to everybody here in Berlin and everybody watching at home. We're about to jump into Damwon Gaming versus AHQ. Quick update, AHQ are starting Apex for Rainbow in that mid lane, and we were kind of expecting Apex to play mid.
Yeah, I mean, he played all of their playoffs. They defeated Hong Kong Magic, they lost to the J team. The one interesting thing, coming into the tournament, what I was kind of excited for, was that he has played a substantial amount of Ziggs. He played the normal stuff, the Azir, the Silence.
Sorry, you're telling me you're
Akali.
excited to see Ziggs?
Yes!
What
Short
world?
fuse, quick shot, short fuse.
Oh, I don't know what weird realm we've entered. Will it work against Showmaker? Like, what do you have to ban to make Ziggs work against this team?
I mean, it's definitely going to be very difficult, especially considering the performance Showmaker just turned in. But I feel like these are the things you need to look for, right? Embrace your style on the world stage and really put it out there for everyone to see your best possible counter here. Maybe you can put them off of their comfort zone.
Yeah, and of course, so important. Down, if they win this game, they're guaranteed first in the group. If they lose this game, they could set themselves up for a potential tiebreaker ending the last game of the day. Catch up on the draft: Rumble, Syndra, Kayle, followed by Pantheon, Gragas, and Kiana. In the previous game, it was an Akali first pick. This time around, it's the Renekton.
All right, so with the Gragas fan, I actually raised priority on Elise right now. Everybody has been, accustomed to seeing Renekton. Oh my God, you have to get Elise with it to combo. But we've seen so much already. The Taliyah, if you have a stun setup, Taliyah jungle is so devastating. You can stun someone into the seismic shove and burst people just as quickly. And Taliyah has the advantage of being ranged and making use of the passive. One of the biggest differences is how the professional junglers use that extra move speed going close to the walls to get into position. Quick answer here from Esports though, Lee Sin, gonna try and get around it, close the gap with that move.
So what you're saying is you like the fact that both Xayah and Renekton have ability to combo with Taliyah no matter which direction Canyon decides to go. What does Showmaker want to run? I mean, we have seen some Renekton mids, depending on what gets locked in, but we'd anticipate that, Tom.
Honestly, I am feeling the Ryze here. If Ryze goes unbanned by AHQ, to me that's one of my favorite setups with Taliyah because it is a point-and-click rune prison. Also, it gives you options later. You have the Renekton, you can send the Ryze off to try and split push. And Renekton, by the way, people are very used to being like, he falls off a cliff, terrible late game. But because of this unique item, quick shot called Spear of Sojin, Renekton becomes a monster as well. Ooh, the Zilean! We do get some fresh looks.
Yes! Okay, I much prefer Zilean to Ziggs. Much more excited about this. Obviously, we anticipate that to go, would you say mid lane?
Yeah.
Do you think mid lane Nautilus? No, probably going to be mid lane Ziggs.
Probably going to be mid lane Zig. I mean, mid lane Nautilus definitely possible, especially with Doinb at the tournament. You have to give respect there. But you got to think it is the Nautilus type of duo lane. He works so well by stacking up Plasma. Ooh, late game answer here from Damwon with the Ornn being locked in. Possible support Ornn, I would think. Don't think it's going to be it could be a mid Renekton though, and they could put Ornn up top and grab another support.
A lot of physical damage thus far. It's going to be a pivot away, so it's going to be the Yasuo locked in. Yasuo Ornn bot lane. Wait, Yasuo mid.
Ornn bottom lane.
There we go, yeah.
And the Yasuo and the Renekton are technically flexible. Showmaker has been an amazing Renekton, but I would not be surprised if Nuguri took it either.
Got a couple of options. So what does AHQ do as a response to this? I'll bring the Cho'Gath for now. Definitely seems to be like a week 2 flavor of the week, something that's been growing in popularity. Last second swap will be the Sion. So Sion expected in the top lane there from AHQ.
Yeah, and AHQ feel very comfortable with Ziv on the tanks, or even pseudo tanks like Dawn that can bring, frontline aspects to the fight. They're going to put him on that side. Try and soak up the pressure there. I have to say, with the Zilean, they are trying to scale a little bit. We'll have to see where he goes to use the passive experience on it. When you're a mid-lane Zilean, it usually has to be, a jungler coming over to your side to try and get that early extra level. So we'll see how well Alex can actually do that. Lee Sin does have possible combinations here with the Zilean. It's going to be very difficult to pull off, though.
And so challenging because you got to hit all those skill shots against Yasuo if he has any minions to dash through or the wind wall to block Sonic Wave. Tools to work with on the side of Damwon Gaming, and for AHQ on the verge of going winless in the group stage, being eliminated without causing any real splash in this group, and a lot of pressure on Apex. You know, coming in, he's got that Zillion. What do you make of their chances this game based on just compositions alone?
Going to be really rough, quick shot. I'm going to be brutally honest here. They are fighting an uphill battle, and it is going to come very quickly.
Grab your drinks, get your snacks, and welcome back to Damwon Gaming taking on AHQ in their last regularly scheduled game on the group stage. All of the pressure is on AHQ to play spoiler here and to potentially give us a dramatic end to the day. And for Damwon, this is just about putting in the business. Win the game, guarantee first, guarantee all 3 Korean teams take the first seed out of it.
It's absolutely astounding here that Korea on the brink of having the first qualifier heading after SK Telecom being world last year. The fall of the Korean style of play, so many of these teams had to rethink the way that they play the game. And a lot of it is because of the teams like Dom. The teams coming up, the new blood here, actually change the landscape.
It's really exciting to see them play and take down defending world champions. You know, Damwon went 2-0 over Invictus. And really fun games. And talking about new blood, there's a new pick on the Rift. Little quick stat for you, Kobe. 96th unique pick.
Are we at the most of all time?
Not of all time, no. We're closing in.
All right, not impressive. Come back to me when we're actually number 1.
Okay, I will. It's not up to me, but I'll report it, all right? I'll scream from the rooftops. Now, I want to see what Apex can do. You know, last-minute substitution, coming into the game with this Zillion. Not the Ziggs that for some reason you were sickeningly excited about. But it is still fun to see something
Ziggs
different.
hater over here.
I am
honestly,
a super Ziggs hater.
Honestly, this is pretty rough for Zillion. It gives Yasuo a very, very easy lane to get plenty of CS towards the crit multipliers really early on. It's difficult for Ziggs to ever land bombs on Yasuo because he's so mobile through the minions even early on with the E. So as you can see, Apex is trying to bomb out the wave, trying to get the CS. And meanwhile, topside Alex, MVP Alex, looking for a topside play. Doesn't look like they're going to go for it as Nuguri was charging up. Rage bar there on Protected. That much Fury, he can't take that fight.
You really can't. Wako and Ysera get some good damage onto Beryl on that hole. He was spitting out the bellow threat. Not a huge turnaround for now. And that wave is pushing in. Top and middle, though, is going towards AHQ in favor of Damwon Gaming. So I want to keep my eyes on Canyon. Level 3 for now, making his way north into the top lane. That seismic shove can set up a kill onto Ziv.
Yeah, there are some key indicators that you look for when you go for dives. First is champions, of course, you know, Renekton and Talia, but also building waves, crashing into the turret, like this one!
All right, there you go. Stun, shove, dead. Easy.
All right, the silver lining is that Sion, zombie form, gets to get back up and collect some of the wave even after dying to the dive. So Ziv is able to CS under turret as a zombie, then teleport back, and at least doesn't lose out on the big buildup of the wave that we were just pointing out.
Yeah, really nicely done. Here's a replay clearly pointing out everything you just said.
So exactly what we talked about in Champion Select, Renekton plus Talia is so easy of a setup. You're able to get the full stun into seismic shove, 100% hero. Like clockwork, basically. HQ unable to recognize and play around the combination here means that they're going to start with a very big deficit. That money going to Talia, I think, is even worse than it going to Renekton. Usually people like to talk about, oh yeah, you want your solo laner super fed. but especially magic damage junglers and first mages here like Talia, getting to the Runic Echoes upgrade is an insane power spike. That item is stuffed with gold efficiency.
Yeah, and in the previous game, if you watched it, Canyon was everywhere he needed to be without a Weaver's Wall. Add that into the equation, and it's going to be even more impressive. Also, while we do have a brief lull, I have to eat humble pie. I have to apologize, Kobe.
Yeah, well, you need it right up.
The stats team just got into my ears and really yelled at me, like actually told me quite aggressively. We have set the most unique picks and bans and have done so for a little while already. The previous record was 92 in 2018, we're at 96 already.
You're trying to undersell me on 2019?
Dude, I'm so sorry, and apologies to the stats team for literally misrepresenting information. I'm ashamed right now.
Quick stats might have to look for a new sponsor.
Dude, I'm hanging my head in shame. Jat stats significantly more factual, right? That's the way it always is. But we jump back into game. Down 1,000 gold up already. Advantages in mid, advantage in top with that early kill. Ziv, he held his flash. If there's some small solace, but you just have to feel like the options are here for how Canyon and Nuguri and Showmaker want to play around this Talia.
And honestly, after this Raptor camp, I would not be surprised if we see a journey through the river here from Canyon, heading towards the bottom side. Even a level 5 Zillion, if they could get here before he takes level 6, could be a target, but he's going to suck up that way. Once you get level 6 on Zillion, of course, you know with the revive. That target is no longer...
Yeah, the shift is so impactful. I didn't pay super close attention to Alex's pathing as he snuck around to catch any of that bonus XP from Zillion as of yet. It was something he talked about in the draft. He's level 5 to Candy's level 5 now.
Yeah, and that's a breakpoint that you want to look for it, because digging to level 6, Lee Sin acquires so much extra burst damage that you can actually take the Talia even really here. Here comes Canyon though, looking for round number 2. Alex is lying in wait.
Alright, looking for slice and dice into the stun. Nuguri's moving forward, throws down the Dominus, sees Alex and goes, nope, do not want, and instantly backs away. He's a little careful to pull tower aggro, and Ziv escapes with his life for now.
And you still get kind of this secondary objective. With pressure being matched, both junglers showing, you don't lose resources as Damwon for that attempted play. You get half of the plate worn down. Science still goes back to base, is going to miss out on minions, has to walk back. He has the ultimate issues here from Ziv. I would expect him to try and get there unless he's higher than the base. That's not exactly the made, so he will get annihilated very quickly. He is going to be at a significant deficit here.
Got the cull as well. Two plates picked up. I think he just about got that one actually before he backs away. And I mean, this is just a really good start for Damwon. Nearly 1,500 gold up already. Canyon again working exceptionally well with Nuguri. In the previous game, Nuguri fell behind early. Canyon was coming to save. Now they're just trying to beat up on Ziv.
Yeah, run him off the minion wave here. Not a lot that he can do. Just take a beating while trying to dodge. You know, greatest outcome for him is dodging the seismic shove, but still going to take that extra pressure. And that's why when Champion Select, when we're looking at it, you're talking about the chances quick shot, it looks so rough when you have solo laners of Zion as well as Zillion. There's not a lot of plays that you can make on the top triangle, so it's easy territory for Damwon.
So what is ideal scenario here for you? Try steady game, get to mid-game skirmishes, utilize the revive on something like Isaac, because you don't really have a huge damage.
Yeah, what you want to do is try and work off of your spikes that you can hope for with the fight for Zillion before you get to the super late game, because then you're looking at Horn upgraded items on the side of Damwon and the extra gold efficiency coming through. Problem is that also the teamfight ultimate coming from Horn is very big for them as far as that AoE, but generally the Zillion with the first team fights is where you get a lot of value out of the revive. You know, he's not going to build AP early on, even with the catalyst here. So looking for extra survivability. Honestly, so rough because there's not even great users of the extra speed up. Maybe Nautilus, maybe they can catch someone out. I feel like they're going to have to utilize that to their advantage for some sort of numbers advantage, because otherwise Yasuo's farming up here.
Yeah. Every single lane is just pulling ahead marginally. Kenya's now showing his face bar. Multiple ganks already. Alex has been all but invisible, really. There was one sort of like shadow defense of the top lane.
Yeah, we saw him top side.
For Civ, but it felt more defensive, and Wako gets locked behind the wall.
Nice ult.
Stick comes back, takes a lot of damage, uses the summon to heal. Dredgeline will pull barrel under the tower, but the threaded volley was burning down Ysera. Wako.
Bandit tower.
Alex Apex is a little late to the party.
Reinforcements have arrived. Round 1 are content to keep the game going at the current pace. There's no necessity for them to risk anything here against the bottom side. Even with Ysera and Wako softened up on the bottom side, they can take the easy objective of Cloud Drake without having to risk a possibility of diving under a tower with zillion chrono ships coming through.
I actually think it's terrifying to think of what Cloud Drake does for this Damwon comp. You've already got the ability to like reposition and close you down. Yasuo, Renekton, and Talia are already difficult and quick enough before you add the movement speed increase.
All right, Alex, let's see what he can get done. Top side. Wait for some camps to respawn, I guess. There's no way, like, he goes into the even 2v1 here on the top side versus Buggery with Flash. You gotta be worried about him turning around a 2v1.
Yeah, you absolutely need to, and this gold lead just continues to grow. Yusef, by the way, got his ultimate up. I think it'll be hard pressed with no real AP on Apex to do anything, any real dent on Showmaker. He's easily able to back away, but Ysera just roaming around the map. If you look at the vision, by the way, as well, Damwon got complete vision control. I think Wako just cleared out one of those wards in the southern side of the river. There we go. Thank you, observers. But for the time being, it's a flawless start from Damwon. They were the heavy favorites in the game, and they're playing this exceptionally well.
And if we got to look at it from HQ's side, I mean, Wako here that's on your screen right now, to me, he was an outstanding performer for this team in getting them here to the group stage. You know, through play-ins for them.